I would like to invite questions or any feedback.
I have one. How do I know how my company is performing in terms of ESG? Is there an audit or is there a rating to show how good my company is in the ESG area?
Alan, at the end of the session, you will be clear what you need to do. But allow me to say it now. I claim it. I stand by what I say. In the world today, as it is now, not even one company is in the true sense of implementing ESG. No. How do just now already say ESG is a mentality. What is the basis when you say you are a company under ESG rating? Let me tell you the logic. Since you asked me this question, what qualified you to be an ESG company when this ESG now you know is a mentality? So to me, logically, it will make sense for me is if let's say I am the investor, okay, I want to invest in you, your company. Okay, now I will train the entire company to think like the way I think. And because this is ESG mentality, so that you will give the result to what I want to see. Does it make sense to you or not? This is what Alicia is doing. This is what my book is. I see there's a missing point here. No one is implementing ESG mentality, not even one company to this point now today. And it will start with Alicia. I'm working with Wawasan Open University to implement this ESG mentality into a company. When you are you really are in the ESG mentality, your company will be strong. You will have the result. You will have the outcome the investor want. Then it's not investor choosing you. You choose the investors. All right, but let's go through the detail. At the end, if you still have further question, you ask me again this question. Okay?
Yes. We have a few questions in the chat box. Yes. How do I get funding for my company to accelerate our journey in ESG?
That is why you must do the ESG right. You must understand ESG right. That is the first thing. Then you must know what the ESG investor look for, right? Because they have, when this investor, they have the purpose, they have the criteria. If you know what they think, it's easy, right? So you need to know. Next question.
Mr.
Can I ask?
Yeah, sorry.
I would just like to ask, because currently when we talk about S, it's about people. So when we talk about people, there is a lot of European countries, they implement their mentality into Asia country. Example, like they want us to comply to some of the standard like Meta or CDEC, but that is not suitable for Asian country, especially like Malaysia. So is there any alternative system that we have, especially for Asia country, the culture for people, and we are not going to use them? It's not fair at all.
Yes, I 100% agree with you. This is why I come with this 360-degree course, because we want you need to know we are being controlled by them because we don't know enough, right? So if we know enough, if you know what we need in the role players and what they're actually they look for, it also tied to the investor that you're looking for. And why do we need to have the rating? What are they rating us for? So if you understand all this, you sell it yourself. You don't depend on the rating company to sell you. You don't depend on these people. I don't depend on people tell me how good Alicia is. I know I am good and I know how to sell. When you express yourself and demonstrate yourself and show the world that you are a good company, that's what you say. And just now I also say about the country specific things, right? So actually our government is also need to step up on this aspect. So now it is not a matter of ways and mean. It's a matter of understanding why do you submit to them? And do you know, then if you know, you take away that and you'll be fine. And this is one of the reasons I work with Wawasan Open University. We hope to really kick off this, make our Malaysia, this ESG, build this ESG, Malaysia ESG platform, so that we will have country-specific ESG for ourselves, not being like what you are facing now, right? Next question.
Is there measurable indicators that organizations can introduce to check on ESG compliance?
Actually, all these indicators is all boiled down to whether you truly know what is ESG. If you don't know, okay, you're confused, you don't. If you know what is ESG, you will know what I should show people I am ESG companies. Make sense or not? All this confusion is because you don't know what it is. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what it is. So the first thing is you need to come to the course to learn, to be clear, to learn about ESG, to know what is ESG, so that you can express yourself, you can carry yourself, you can have the kind of performance, and you can really become the living ESG mentality. And this, when you have a positive thinking mentality, you will express yourself like Alicia. I will express myself as a very positive, energetic person. So if you are truly an ESG company, you will be expressing, you will be demonstrating your ESG elements. And the investor, the fund manager who have the ESG mentality, they will spot you on, they'll see you. That's how they pick those companies who have the same mentality with them. Right now, next.
Is there an integrated standard to demonstrate compliance of ESG instead of IS or 14,000 and SMETA or RBA or SHA?
Actually, we have to always get back to the root, the ground. Despite what kind of requirement, all this requirement, it's just because you don't do it. You don't do it, you are not demonstrating your performance. You don't show yourself. You are who you are. You are who they want you to be. That is why they give you the requirement, they demand, they order requirement. But ultimately, as a company, what do you need to show as a good company? Let's get back to the basic, right? Get back to the basic. What do you need to show the world that you're a good company? High ROI, right? Low staff turnover, no complaint, people happy work in your company. When people walk into your company, you look energetic, your management, your process, everything clean, you have all the certification, you comply to all these things. So once you get back to the question, so why would our mind focus on meeting the requirement? Because we don't have it, right? And then we want to show people we have it. And that's why you are looking for the requirement to show people you meet it. But when you have already met, you are a good company, your ground is all right. What is that to show? What is that requirement? Come now. Come to my company. Everything is right. We are a good company for you to invest right now. So of course, technically, if you really need to meet certain specific requirement, that for you to get something you want, then technically you just look for those consultant, whoever, to fix the technical part. That's all. If you really need to get ISO certificate, you look for ISO company. That's all. But everything else is basic.
I have one more. Can you explain more clearly the relationship between ESG and sustainability or sustainable development?
Sustainable development is a project that you involve currently. So, for example, your company is doing housing development, right? When you are doing housing development, you need to clear the earth, do a lot of environmental things, tearing apart all these things, right? You cannot avoid because you are a housing developer. You need to do it. So this is what is it. So that means now you are evolving with environmental activity. Then you need to be mindful. You need to know how to do it in a way not harming the natural resources, not distracting the environment. then your investment should be on the technologies, the ways and means, how to do it, how to protect the environment, how to not depleting the natural resources. And then you get funding, you get sustainable finance, you get funding. It is not like, oh, I need to go, doing environmental project is very good. Go look for environment project. Then now we tear apart the environment and then we do it. It's nothing like that. But the world today in reality can be like that. A lot of people are like that. We need environmental project in order to get the sustainable development finance. So this is the situation of the reality. But I cannot help. I can only help people to realize, now you're doing it, despite whatever. Now you are doing the project, the environmental related project. Then you need to do it in a way how to sustain the originality. Don't damage it. Don't harm it. Don't deplete it. Do you understand now?
Yes. Thank you.
Alicia, I got a question.
Yes.
I'm a person working in the ECRL project, where the present company that I'm working is an international company. Can maybe Google it in New York Stock Exchange. So they claim that they are actually the pioneer or the number one, as reported in ENR, that they are the world number one in this ESG. So I would just like to ensure that whether I'm now working in the right company or not, how to go about it. The company name is ACOM. You can Google. New York Stock Exchange. Yeah.
Okay. To me, I dare to say this in front of you, and this one can be. I also I said the same thing in my YouTube. I said it. I dare to say it, but I will not challenge them. There's no point challenging them, right? What's the point? But now, for you to know what is really right, okay, you make your own decision. We don't go and attack people and go against them. No, because they are so big and I can only do within my means to help people to understand correctly and do the right way. And there are so many things in the world are wrong. But how am I going to fix it? I will die before I can fix it, right? But now you should question me. Instead of saying that, you should question me if what I say is really, truly correct. And I've shown you the originality. I've shown you the word. I walk through with you. And you tell me, you go and ask United Nations, is this true or not? So now, what you need to know, just kiss your lucky star. Oh, you are the one of the person who really now truly know the truth, what is ESG. And then you can share it with more people. You can help more people. And we help people within our means. Alicia now is nobody, but I'm trying to do something for everyone I know within my reach. And if you can share and get people to come to our courses, watch my ESG mentality YouTube, and that will be good enough within your means, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, I dare to say this in my LinkedIn. My LinkedIn, I have 5,000 plus people. I'm in the CEO group. I'm in many groups, the environmental group and the sustainability group. All this group, I have joined all the group, and I post all today. My YouTube video, I posted it. So far, nobody challenged me because I stand by what I say. I go through the black and white. You show me your black and white. If we have two different black and white, then let's go to United Nations, see who is right. Correct enough.
Yeah,
so,
okay, thank you. Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, Miss Alicia, just now you mentioned that the ESG, the S is not stand for society or social. So what would be the actual term that you are referring to, the S? We know that S you are referring to the people, the human, but what is actually the terms that you prefer to use for S?
Actually, I cannot have other word except the social because this is the word they use. But the social, actually, the meaning is people. But in the Chinese version, I'm coming up with a Chinese version of a video. And the China, they interpret this as 社会, mean that is the society. I changed that to 人文, if you know Chinese. Any more questions?
Alicia, one more question.
Sure.
From what I know of, ESG is always tied up with something. As what you say, maybe social is people. And that also relate to work diversity. Work diversity also talking about people, isn't it?
But you don't want to confuse yourself with all this work thing. No, it simply mean your brain is ESG. The mindset, the mentality is ESG. So long you use this mentality to you can do anything. Okay, you use this mentality to manage this project. You mentality to do all these things. So projects are projects. Sustainable development, all these are project operation. But ESG is a mentality in your brain, in your thinking, in your mindset. So when you do this sustainable development project, you'll be thinking, oh, okay, what is this thing? Use the you will do this project a lot more better, more successful. This mentality will give you the outcome, a more successful outcome, a better outcome than if without using this mentality. Okay? ESG is not about project. It's not about what you do. It's about what you think. What you think. Okay. Then how you think. A lot of things we need to learn. Come to our workshop. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.